Do you feel drained in conversations with certain people who always seem to dominate, manipulate, or push their control over you? You could be dealing with a narcissist, a person who thrives on control and emotional influence. But here's the good news. There are deliberate, strategic phrases you can use to protect your mental well-being and regain your power. In today's video, we'll uncover 7 secret phrases grounded in psychology that can make narcissists back off. These phrases are easy to use, highly effective, and designed to help you maintain a sense of control in any interaction. By the end of this video, you'll be equipped with tools to stand your ground, stay calm, and refuse to feed their toxic behavior. Let's dive in. To use these phrases effectively, it's important to understand what drives narcissistic behavior. Narcissists feed on control, validation, and emotional dominance. They are experts at manipulating situations to put themselves at the center of attention, often at your emotional expense. Their tactics vary: gaslighting, blame shifting, attention seeking, and using guilt to exert influence. But words have power. The right language can disrupt these tactics and even force the narcissist to retreat without causing unnecessary drama. That's where these 7 phrases come in. This phrase is a boundary-setting powerhouse. When a narcissist tries to place blame or guilt on you, they're looking for an emotional reaction, whether it's defensiveness or an apology. By saying, "I'm sorry you feel that way," you acknowledge their feelings without taking responsibility for behavior or guilt that isn't yours. Imagine they accuse you of being selfish, saying, "You never think about anyone but yourself." Instead of justifying your actions or defending yourself, respond with, "I'm sorry you feel that way." This denies them the reaction they crave, subtly shifting the power back to you. Narcissists frequently project their criticisms onto others. They may belittle your achievements, question your judgments, or undermine your confidence. The key here is to separate their opinion from your reality. When you calmly respond, "That's your opinion, not mine," you stop absorbing their negativity and firmly assert your boundaries. For instance, if they say something like, "You'll never be good enough for that promotion," a simple "That's your opinion, not mine," stops their manipulation in its tracks. You refuse to engage, refusing to give their words power over you. Narcissists are notorious for tricking people into endless arguments, where they twist logic and cycle through topics just to maintain control of the conversation. The phrase, "Let's agree to disagree," is a perfect way to end these arguments without giving in. For example, if a narcissist keeps circling back to a disagreement over your decisions, simply say, "Let's agree to disagree." You remove yourself from the argument while maintaining your dignity. It sets a boundary, signaling that you're disengaging from the emotional tug-of-war they often create. Narcissists often demand justification for your actions, aiming to keep you second-guessing yourself. When you affirm, "I don't owe you an explanation," you claim independence over your thoughts and choices. This phrase clearly communicates, "I am in control of my actions, and I don't need to justify them to you." Picture this. They push you to explain why you're canceling plans. Instead of overcompensating with reasons or excuses, respond confidently with, "I don't owe you an explanation." This removes their ability to manipulate your actions or corner you into feeling obligated. Narcissists thrive on instant influence. By delaying a response with the phrase, "I'll think about it," you refuse to be pressured or forced into decisions. This phrase is particularly effective when they try to overwhelm you with urgent requests or demands. For example, if they press you to join an event or commit to something you're unsure about, simply state, "I'll think about it." This creates a pause in which they lose momentum, while you retain control over your choices. Setting boundaries is one of the most effective ways to deal with a narcissist, and this phrase does so without hostility. "That doesn't work for me" shuts down unreasonable requests and manipulative demands, all while sounding polite yet firm. For instance, if they insist you take on responsibilities that aren't yours, Respond with, "That doesn't work for me." This phrase is non-confrontational, yet steadfast. It leaves no room for further negotiation, making it clear that their tactics won't succeed. Sometimes the most impactful response isn't words, it's silence. Narcissists thrive on reactions, whether positive or negative. By remaining silent when they try to provoke you, you strip them of the attention and control they seek. Silence speaks volumes. It says, "I will not be baited into your games." For example, when they make an inflammatory comment or try to escalate a situation, pause and say nothing. This nonverbal response unsettles them as they lose the emotional feedback they rely on. Silence shows strength, confidence, and emotional detachment. Each of these 7 phrases holds psychological power because it taps into core narcissist tendencies, such as their need for control or their desire to provoke emotion. These phrases deprive them of what they crave most while empowering you to maintain peace of mind. They allow you to stay centered and avoid being emotionally entangled. The beauty of these responses is that they enforce boundaries without inflaming conflict. Narcissists may push back initially, but over time, they'll learn that their tactics won't work on you. The effectiveness of these phrases often depends on how you say them. Maintain a calm tone of voice and neutral body language. Avoid showing emotional reactions, as narcissists feed off your frustration or fear. Practice these phrases in low-stress situations so that you're fully prepared when engaging with difficult personalities. While these phrases are helpful tools, there are instances where the healthiest choice is simply to disengage entirely. If the narcissist's behavior is escalating or becomes harmful, know when to walk away. Protecting your peace and well-being is always a priority. It's normal to feel uneasy the first few times you use these phrases. You might worry about being dismissive or harsh, especially if the narcissist tries to guilt trip you. Remember, setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's an essential act of self-care. By maintaining composure and refusing to engage in toxic dynamics, you're advocating for your emotional health. Now that you've learned these 7 secret phrases, take a moment to reflect on how they empower you to respond intentionally, avoid manipulation, and reclaim your mental and emotional space. Whether you're dealing with a narcissistic family member, coworker, or acquaintance, these tools can help you remain confident, composed, and in control. Remember, the goal isn't to win against a narcissist, but to protect your peace and stand firm in your identity. You have the power to choose how you respond, and with these phrases, you can redefine the dynamics of any toxic encounter. Take charge today, reclaim your power, and let no narcissist control the narrative of your life. Your peace is worth it.